Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope everyone had a great holiday, Christmas,
No
New
music.
Year. Sorry, we don't
Too
have
late.
any music. It's halftime of the game, so y'all can tune in. Give us a minute. It's halftime. Georgia's beating Alabama. For all you Alabama fans, you're getting smoked. You look pretty bad. I honestly thought Alabama will be up by at least 10 by now, but they're not. You gonna log on there, please?
Yeah, I am.
So again, I hope everyone had a great holiday. Didn't eat too much. Started the new year off on the right foot. We will get started.
Sorry.
You gonna log in?
It's not logging in. It's just... You guys, it's taking me a minute. I'm not used to this. I said we were gone too long. It needs to catch up. You guys, it's taking me a minute. I'm not used to this. I said,
Okie dokie.
hi, Chantel. Hi, Tamika. Nicole. Happy New Year. Hey, Melody. Can't see these either. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm eating cookies. So I got Ephesians 5:21. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Then it has a little insight here. Submission is a controversial word. Is that controversial for you? Submission.
Read. I'm going to be reserved in 2018, you guys.
Submission is a controversial word in Christian circles, but this verse gives clear and potent challenge for us to serve one another out of reverence and respect for Christ himself. When a husband and a wife will place the needs and desires of her spouse ahead of their own, the marriage will thrive. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you always put my needs before your own?
Majority of the time.
You should do it all the time.
I know. You put my needs before yours all the time.
I really do. I try to do that.
Then I wouldn't be told no sometimes. Just saying.
Okay, that's a fair question. Do you all think that in a marriage that it's okay to tell your spouse no? From time to time. Not about everything, but generally it seems like it's the man. Well, no, the woman does too. I don't ask for a lot. But do you all think it's okay for you to tell your significant other or spouse, preferably spouse, no?
Chantel said yes, it's okay to tell your spouse no.
1 for Marcus, 0 for Ann in 2018.
I'm not saying 100% it should always be yes. I'm just speaking personally. Things that I ask for, I ain't asking for him to perform brain surgery. I'm not causing hurt, harm,
Doesn't have to be that
danger.
extreme.
It's just, if I ask you, I feel like it can be done. That's all. I'm not asking you anything that I really feel like is going to warrant
That's not
me
a
out.
you can't. That's not a cookie cutter. For that, you can't do
But
that.
if I feel like the answer should be no, I'm not going to ask you anyway. Because I'm like, no, he's not going to do that.
That's not fair, though. I should be
I'm
able
just
to
telling
say.
you my point of view.
I should be able to tell you no, and if we need to compromise over it, I'm willing to compromise. You don't even want to. You just want to.
Present, what I missed. Nothing, Crystal Finley, nothing.
No, we asked, is
We
it okay
discussed.
for you to tell your significant other or spouse no? Is it okay for you to tell them no about some things? She doesn't like to hear no.
And I just said, if I'm asking for something, I feel like it doesn't warrant a no. Because if
Here
I
she
felt
go.
like it warranted a no,
Look at
then I
Melody.
wouldn't ask.
Look at Melody.
Being told no about sex is not okay via no medical reasons. Being told no about other things, sure, we all need to be told no.
Marcus 2 and 0 for 2018.
That's her opinion. I just said if I'm asking, the fact that I'm asking, I feel like it should be a yes.
Another. Yes, it's
Yes,
okay.
You can't have
4-0.
everything. It depends
Marcus
on what is everything,
2018.
Crystal Finley. I'm not saying I want everything. I'm not saying I want everything. I'm glad he's winning, though. It's about
5-0.
time.
Tamika gave me one. Way to go, Tamika. 5-0. Marcus 2018. I'm loving this. I'm usually never winning. Because the women
You just
usually...
told me before we started it's not about winning.
It's not. But hypothetically it is. Because usually I'm getting piled on by the women. So now, I'm up 5-0.
Okay.
It's a new year. I'm just joking.
No, he's not. And that's fine.
Okay. So, into our next topic. So...
You're so loud. He is not all the way asleep, I don't think.
I'm not like... So, into our next topic. So, this past weekend... Was it... When was this weekend?
It wasn't the weekend.
What was it?
It was Thursday.
It was Thursday. Seemed like yesterday. We were at my... We've had this discussion before. That's not true, Lou. We ride with you when
you ain't talking crazy.
Whatever. That's my train of thought. Oh, yeah. This past Thursday, we were at my nephew's Christmas play. So they had to postpone his Christmas play till after they got back from Christmas break. Don't ask me why. Long story. So they were wrapping the play up. And, well, a couple of times during the play, Hogan, you know how kids are, typically when it was some singing going on, he got kind of loud and excited, and he was, you know how to just randomly talk loud. And so I didn't say anything. I heard him over there. He was sitting next to her.
And he wasn't singing or being loud. He was playing with his cousin on his phone.
Okay. So the third time, he yelled. It was quiet in there, and you know how
we were getting ready to go. The play was ending.
You're gonna let me tell this?
No, because you're wrong. You're not getting it right.
It's pretty accurate.
Play was ending. He was like, "It's over already," just like that. And
it was quiet in the room.
No, it wasn't.
It was quiet. And so I said to Hogan, I said, Hogan, be quiet, please. My exact look.
No, it wasn't. When he got done, it was like he was just also disgusted. And I'm going to go on and bring this out. It's not, he didn't do anything directly to Hogan. That was not my beef. My beef was, must you look so disgusted when you're done? Like, seriously? You're irked that bad? How dare you? That's
how dare you?
How I felt. But what I was saying is, can you please not just act that way? Because perception is everything. And if somebody across the room is looking at you, they're thinking, he's disturbed about something. Like, that's just what I said to him. He took it like, I'm grown, you can't tell me how to look, blah, blah, blah. So it goes on to where I said you ought to be concerned.
I'm amazed at how you just taking over the whole story. You didn't even want to talk about it.
I said you should be concerned with your facial expressions. And y'all, I've been telling him this for going on 2 years. And
But you're the queen of making.
I am. And
it
takes
like
my mom
like it's boo boo in the room.
Tell
That's
me
you.
And check your tone and look at how you're acting, because anybody, they don't have to know what you're saying, but just your expression alone says a lot. So I have, believe it or not, I have really been trying to work on myself with that, because my mom calls me out on it.
So she's been knowing you
your bad at it.
Okay.
So anyway, I get.
So she's been knowing you your whole life.
Yeah.
You've been that way your whole life.
Yeah. So I guess that's kind of been on the forefront for me, where I'm trying to work on that. So when he does it, it's like it's showing me right in my face, this is what my mom's been talking about. The way I'm seeing him, that's probably how she's been looking at me, and that's what she's trying to tell me to tone down. So anyway, said something to him about it sitting there. He gets upset and he's like, I'm grown, you can't tell me how to look, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, it ain't even that serious. I ain't talking about how old you are. I'm not saying you're not an adult. I'm just saying, can you kind of like check your face, basically?
Generally, she says, fix your face.
Like,
fix your face.
I didn't say that, though. I didn't. Normally I would, but I did not say that.
Fix your face.
So anyway, what got me, he said, I don't care what you think. So...
about that.
He didn't say about that. So mindset is totally to Marcus Lewis, and you don't care what I think. We got a whole nother issue.
She know I didn't know. That's not what I meant.
So anyway, because I don't want these to be where we're just talking about arguments that we have, and they're like, here we go. We don't want to hear them what argument they had last week. But I guess the point that he wanted to bring this up is why, just to show some transparency, because he feels like you all need to see that Lou and Ann is just not the oh so perfect couple. And I'm not trying to say we are the perfect couple. I'm just saying,
what are you
we're
saying?
not into it, your face doesn't need to look like we're into
Fight fair,
it
Ann.
out in public. That's all I'm saying.
You done?
I'm done.
All right. Y'all remember that episode of Martin where Martin gave his version of how he met Gina, and Gina gave her version, and Pam gave... I'm going to give you the truth.
That was the truth. We don't have time for all of that. I told exactly what happened.
Okay, that's good. Thanks for sharing. It's my turn. So, I've given her this disclaimer before that I do not like it when you... Now, it's enough that I monitor what I say. I'm respectful, and I don't want to cook it for respecting you. I don't curse you. I'm very respectful. So, I think about you before words come out my mouth. So, you're not only going to I'm not only going to watch what I'm saying, but now you're going to try to tell me as a human, as a mammal, a human being, somebody that drinks drinks water and breathes air. That's what most people do. They have expressions when they get irritated about something. You're going to try to dictate my expressions on my face. Mm-hmm. What I told her was that I find it amazing that I can't make a face, but you can be yelling at Hogan to the top of your lungs in this house over
what I do.
Small stuff.
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about that.
Or if you're in the store with Hogan, and Hogan might
tend
to do something that's... I'm just using this as an analogy. Let's say you're in the store with Hogan and he does something that you really don't like, and you bend down and tell him, when we get home, or I'm going to take you in that bathroom and wear you out. And then a stranger comes up and says, ma'am, you shouldn't talk to your son like that and make those faces. You shouldn't embarrass him that way. I don't think you turn around and say, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Hogan, I'm sorry. I shouldn't do those things in public. So what makes you any different?
Here we are. See, this is why I didn't want to talk about it, because you're back putting your focus on Hogan.
No.
My focus is not on him.
No.
I didn't say anything about how you got onto him.
Okay,
what I said was, after it, you turned away from him. He was gone back doing his thing.
This is my point, Ann. This still goes back to the root of it. You can't tell me how to control my facial expressions. I mean, and then you said something about church, and you all chime in.
How you did with church?
Man, okay. You all chime in here anytime you feel the need. what the perception is with others. I'm the type that I really don't care.
You don't. But
what
my
other
thing
people,
is, if we're
I'm
good,
talking,
I don't need you out in public looking like we're not good. If we into it, I totally get that. But if we're not, that's not fair to me for you to be sitting here looking like you're pissed off at the world and you're not.
I'm not
really.
That expression probably would have lasted, I say, what, 2 or 3 seconds. And if somebody saw that, I mean, I got onto my child, and hopefully they would, okay, that's fine. He's not killing the child or beating him in the face.
We have no comments, no nothing. I can tell we're boring them. You and I are going to have to agree to this.
No, we're not boring them.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
I'm over this.
We're having a discussion. We're just having a discussion.
And I'm over it.
So this goes. I'm gonna keep pushing because there's something else there. So after this, I shut it down. I really wasn't talking.
I wasn't talking to him either.
She wasn't talking to me. So we took my mom and them home. They rode with us. We took on. Mama was like, well, she knew it was a little tension in the. I have a hard time showing how I feel on my face. We all have the right to feel the way we want. My face always unfixed.
And y'all, I will be the number one person to say, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't have a poker face, but I'm really trying. And I think seeing how he is showing me that I do need to work on that. So I guess I'm wrong for just saying, hey, can you please kind of watch that? But I'm done. Like after Thursday, I won't say anything else to him.
Okay. So we took mom and them home, and mom and dad, they could tell it was quiet in there. I wasn't talking, I'm just driving. And mom was like, well, I made some soup. Come on in and get some soup. Come on in and get some soup. You want some soup, Mark? I wasn't that mad. I get some soup. So I come on in. She sat outside. So I go in and get the soup, come on back out. So I tell her before we get in here, I'm like,
He gives me the.
I'm like,
here, hold this.
Man, can I tell the story? It was in one of them parquet bowls.
It was a potato
bowl. No, it was parquet because I remember getting the bowl. It was in a plastic bag, kind of tied at the top, and I said she was gonna set it on the console. I said, no, I need you to hold it.
I did sit on the console and I had my arm on it. You just said hold it. I said I got it.
Okay, I'm telling the story. I was there. So, is the game back on?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, we driving, and I told, like when I got back, I said, if it's something you need to say, just go on and get it out. Let's go on and talk about it. Hogan, he in the back of the truck playing on his game. So I was like, we're going to keep it mellow, chill. We don't want to be howling and yelling in front of the kids. So the game is back on though. Okay, that's cool. I'm listening. I can rewind it. Y'all don't leave. It gets better. So we go a couple of blocks and
he turns this curve.
Turn. And it was almost like Satan was in the back. So you know how a kid lean up and be listening? And he looking back and she talking, I'm talking. We going back and forth, back and forth. So it's almost like he leaned back and kicked that soup off that console. I turned and that soup went right in that floor. Y'all, I was already hungry. You talking about, all I was driving, I was just like this. Toe up. We're going to get to your comments. So, what I'm thinking in my mind was, I wanted to say something. I wanted to say, I couldn't.
Nate, really?
I couldn't say really what I want. Y'all was some cornbread in there too, all on the floor. And all I could, I said, what I'm gonna say is, I could have sworn I told you to hold that soup.
And I said I was.
My hand was on top of it.
My arm.
Soup on the ground. I'm hungry and mad. I woosah. I said, Satan, I know you in here, but I'm not going to acknowledge you. So we got to the house. She go in, and she was going. I mean,
I came out with paper towels.
I said, you know what? I need to calm down. It was cold. I said, I'll clean that up. I'll get that.
And I was thankful.
And I was like, let me just, because if I go in the house, it's going to be a problem. I stood out there about 20 minutes. Cleaning the soup out. Took me about 20, 25 minutes. It's cold. I'm sweating. And it's done. I mean, usually you can salvage a little bit.
He really could have, but he didn't even try.
It's done. It was over. Cornbread, everything. Done. I walked back, cleaned it up, threw it away, went back in the house. I was like, I'm just going to go get me something to eat. Went and got me something to eat. Whole way I'm going to Subway. I'm talking cash money. I'm just... Boy, you talking about, man, well, ain't want no Subway. I wanted this soup. You know, I went on, got my little sandwich, came on back in, got ready to eat. And, you know, then I was like, you know what? The Holy Spirit told me, you know, go on to her, make it right. Because she ain't going to make it right. I'm going to have to be the one to make it right. So I went on, made it right. I went on to her. And, you know, and I was like, look, you know, I understand that you don't like me making those expressions when I'm, for whatever it is.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, this is not an isolated incident. I'm going to pause you right there. It was probably 2 months ago. We marching in church, and it was the 5 of us.
Wait a minute.
Going in, and I tried to ask him something. I don't know what I asked him, and y'all, his face turned up like I basically cussed him. And I'm thinking, oh no, you're not about to look like that, and we walking in this church. You know how it is when you walking in, people nosy, turning around, trying to see who that is, and then that's how he's acting. I just ignored him and kept walking on to the front. And I'm like, why must you do that? Why must you amplify everything? It's not that serious. And I don't even remember what I asked him. But it was like I said, I don't know, something pretty horrible. And I was trying to tell him then, can you work on that? Because first thing in the morning, you make it look like we just into it. Like we don't like each other. And that is so far from the truth. Why it gotta be that deep?
Why do it gotta be that deep?
Why your face gotta look like that all the time?
See, y'all see her. It's coming out. You see her.
Okay, so now fast forward, because I just want them to know, I've been dealing with this. It ain't just started. I've been dealing with this. Go on. Go on. Go on.
So, I went to her and I told her, you know, I understand you don't like that. So I'm going to do a better job at working on that because I'm obligated to do that, because if you don't like it, then I'm obligated to try to fix that. And I told her I'm sorry, and I went to her and did that. Did I not? Mm-hmm. And you were. And
I told him, I said, my number one issue is it ain't even about the face no more. It's the fact that you said I don't care what you think, and that's when I told him, what are we doing? Because for you to sit here and say you don't care what I think, you need to care about what I think.
Look here, what you feel?
Who don't care about what their wife thinks? That sounds stupid.
I meant pertaining to.
You didn't say that though.
I apologize then. And
Thank you, look here.
And that's growth on my part, and I applaud myself.
I hope you don't say that again.
I recognize growth within myself. And I came to you and I told you, but why don't you tell the people what you told me that you were planning on doing?
No.
You're not going to tell them that?
Why do I have to tell that?
You said
okay, so I told him we're supposed to make it through this weekend, and I can admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong for saying what I said, but I did. I said I'm gonna get Hogan off to school on Friday. This was our free weekend, and I said I was just gonna go and stay in my mail Friday, and I don't have to deal with him until I'm good and ready. That's what I said. Of course, he got upset, and I know it was the wrong thing to do. You should never leave. Hear me out. You should never leave, and I've never done that. I have not done that, but that night, that's what I felt like doing. Like, I can't fake. I'm not going to fake with him. I need some space. And that's what I said. I told him I am so thankful. I thank the Lord that he put it on his heart for him to talk to me. Because I was wanting to talk too. I just didn't know how without lashing out. And I said, it's fixed.
Lashing out again.
I'm so grateful that it's fixed. Because my mind went there like, I need some space from him. I don't care about this free weekend. Because normally when we don't have kids, we out. Like just I was like, I was going to give that up.
She packing stuff
But anyway.
up. Packing it up. I'm finna go. I'm out. I can't lay down with you tonight. You ain't pissed me off. I'm finna go. Never mind. She dropped that soup on the ground now.
Anyway, that did not happen. We had a great Thursday night. And we had a great weekend. And I said I will not say that again. And mind you, nobody talked about divorce or anything like that because I ain't leaving him. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not leaving, but I just felt like I need a day.
You ain't packing no bag and leaving.
I need a day. I need a day. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. That's what I was going through at that moment. But again, we came together. We fixed it, and
I told her.
Our weekend was great.
I told her, you need to work on that. I'm going to ask you to personally pray about that, about you packing bags and leaving and all. We're not going to do that. It's not going to work. We are young in our marriage, but we have been married before. We're not going to do that. And so hopefully she learned from that, and we're not going to do that. So. Okay, take some comments.
Oh, gosh, let's go back. Melody said, we all have the right to feel the way we want. My face always unfixed. Chris, I have a hard time not showing how I feel on my face. Alfred Warren Jr. said, this is good. Thank you. Terrence Long, real good. Perspective is everything. Chris is back on talking about the game. Okay, so Melody said, but because you want to fix your issue does not mean Lou is ready. You started working on your issue when you were ready, so give him the same grace. We have to be okay with others and the time they need to resolve their issues when they are ready. Annoying, I agree, but you can't change or fix him. You're totally right. You are right, and like I said, I think it's just so profound in me now because I am really trying to monitor what I do, especially out in public, but hey, Crystal... Nate gonna say the soup she was supposed to be holding. Okay, yep. Now you got no
soup on the ground, dog.
And got to clean the truck. Yep.
Soup.
And I'm thankful he cleaned the truck.
I went on cleaning.
That just reminded me of like throw up. I hate cleaning stuff like that, and he doesn't mind.
So you wasn't gonna do it.
I was gonna do it. You saw me come in here to get the stuff to clean.
But
I wasn't gonna ask.
But I think you knew I was gonna do it.
My pride wasn't gonna ask you to do it, but you went on and did it. The soup. What's wrong with the soup? Come taste the soup. Okay, Brandy said he been like that a long time. His faces always look like that.
Whatever, Brandy.
Lakia, I feel you in. And Brandon said, stop that. Brandon has that facial over-exaggerating look. He's in the other room cracking up because he does it. See? You know what? I didn't want to talk about this.
Because he's human. He makes faces. Right. Because he's human.
I'm not in this alone. That's what this is about. Y'all are showing me I am not in this alone. We are not in this alone.
Genetically inclined to make a face because he's human. We ain't aliens or.
But I'm not saying you can't make a face. It's just you make the face over the smallest thing.
But you can't tell me what's big and small. You can't do that. Your arms just aren't that long. You can't do that.
Can we move on? Y'all got another topic?
No. Why you want to talk about?
Because we beat this dead horse.
We haven't.
We're fine now. And I just want to move on.
Because you get mad all over again. There's no reason to get mad. I mean,
I ain't mad. I'm not mad.
Yes, you are. You're irritated.
I want to move on. I'm getting bored.
So now you're going to throw jabs at the session. You're going to throw jabs at the session. You're getting bored with it. Okay.
Just saying.
Y'all see how she do? She do a little jab. She throwing jab. I'm bored with this. Boy, you a bit so bored.
Y'all hanging there because of what you all are doing to help others who are married and those who seek marriage. The devil is going to keep showing up. Just expect it. Be ready. Stay prayed up. Be slow to respond to one another. That way you can think before you say something you can't take back. But real talk, we are all human, so we have to pray for each other. Thank you, Tamika.
So true.
And I'm telling you, I'm getting better on that mouth, because before past experiences, my tongue could cut you deep. And I hadn't gone there with him yet. I mean, he's had a couple tastes, but I haven't. I just made a point to not go there, because once the words come out your mouth, you cannot take them back. And I have truly, truly learned that. Even as bad as Thursday was, I found myself saying, but you still didn't say anything that you shouldn't have said. And that I'm going to pat myself on the back for that.
When that soup hit that flow.
And he could have said some things. I know he wanted to, but he didn't. And he probably did when he was driving the subway.
When that soup hit that floor, though. I told you, I was riding. I was just like, in my mind, it could have come out. And see, that's the difference. You hear about couples getting in arguments and couples getting cussed out and they getting in physical altercation. That would have warranted that soup on the floor, just the initial reaction.
It would have warranted what?
Me being really, really angry and saying something that wasn't. No, I'm not going to put my hands on you. I know that's what you were baiting me into. I'm not going to fall for that. Okay. So when the soup hit the floor, though, in my mind I was saying some things, but all I said was, I could have sworn I told you to hold on to that soup.
I'm reading Melody comment. She said, I have been told all my life to fix my face. The petty me says, quit looking in my face. The adult me just cusses in my head. The Christian me prays and self-talks by saying, fix your face, fool.
That's good. That's good, because I'm not going to curse you. I'm not. Out loud. I'm not. But in my mind that night, I cussed you out. I did. And God's going to work with me to where that might not even happen. But I don't know if we're going to get to that point quickly. But in my mind, me and you had a problem.
But you came in this house and you worked it out.
I did work it out. I'm obligated. Husbands, you are obligated. Wives, you are obligated to do whatever it takes to fix that, to make it right. You're obligated to do that. You have to make it right. No matter what it is, you drop the soup on the floor, make that right. You got to do it, because at the end of the day, y'all got to go to bed, you got to wake up, y'all got to see each other, and if you don't work it out, it's just gonna snowball into something else. So you got to work it out. And so that was squashed. Monique said she wanted to know about the soup. I ain't gonna go into that again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it again, because I still get a little.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Alfred said we are obligated to make it right. That's good.
You got to make it right.
Monique, it's worth watching after the video is done.
I'm
so glad we.
Okay, and something else I wanted to tell. What time is it? Y'all, I'm not rushing y'all, but
9:32.
No, I'm missing this game. But it's okay. Another thing I wanted to talk about was confidence in whether you are a male or female, husband or wife. You being confident in who you are, because I think it can be very, and I'll speak from a male to the female, to females. You really do need to be confident in who you are and owning. Yeah, so it was. I'm assuming it was. It smelled good. It looked good. I didn't get to taste it because it was on the floor, but I think it was good. Anyway, sorry. Be confident in who you are. men find it unattractive in a woman that they want to be serious about or see some characteristics where it's a huge turnoff. And we switch lanes to something else now. To be involved with someone that is not confident in who they are, whether it may be a self-esteem due to weight, or they may not have the job or money, or as long as you're striving for something greater or you're trying to work on whatever you may feel like a flaw is. And I just say that because there's so many things that can snowball out of control when you are with someone that is not. When you walk in a room with somebody and you got them on your arm, you might be in an event or anything. They need to know that you're confident with them, whether it's male or female. And it's I'm telling you, men find that very attractive. It's nothing worse than being with somebody that's insecure, because when they insecure, it can rub off as, who is that female? You to speak to this female? Who is it? Because they got some insecurities. Be confident. If you overweight or something, and speak on what you may be doing to work on that if you want to better that. If you don't have a job you want, what are you doing to try to get a better job? Just be confident in who you are. I see that a lot. I see that a lot. That it's just a lot of people that are not confident in the relationship, and then the other person is, and it just bump heads. Alabama scored a touchdown. Okay, I heard that in there, but I feel you're very confident in who you are. I don't really have to worry about any self-esteem issues with this one. It's one of the things that kind of attracted me to her. She's very confident in who she is. That's one of the things, though, that I was searching for. It was somebody that was confident in who they are. I just think that's very, 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 very important. So just know that whether you're single or married, just take that all in stride. Seriously. You have anything to add about that? Mm-mm. Are you here with us today, or what?
I said 2018, I'm going to work on being a little reserved.
We don't need you to change.
I ain't changing. I'm just...
We don't need that, though. I mean,
what are you looking for from me? I agree.
Okay. Do y'all have any insight on that, on the confidence thing? I know it's some people out there that got something to think, and it's not good to be overly confident either. That's what I was going to say about men. I hear this a lot, that men always talk about what we have, and some women do that nowadays. What we have, the kind of car we got, where we live, and what job we got, and how much money we make, and you know. And I told her off top, hey, this is what I'm working with. This is what I got. This is what I've been through. What my finances looking like. What my money situation look like. Hey, I got this child support. I done been through my last marriage. I had went through a bankruptcy. I had to give up my house. Yeah. That's gonna be on me, so I'm just letting you know off top. If you want to, we talking about going somewhere for about 6-7 years, you're gonna have to. Credit gonna be a little shaky. Told you that off top. I ain't got no credit now. Drop cash for everything, but I told you that off top. It's back right now. I think it's back.
Thank God.
Credit back right now, but that's some things I had to go through, and I told her that off top, and it wasn't that I was, I just wanted to tell her up front. I was confident enough to let her know, hey, this is what I got going on. You choose to work with it. These facts, this is what I got. I'm laying it out for you so you can choose to deal with it, or you don't have to deal with it.
And I appreciate that. And I'm going to say this about the whole child support thing. Females, if you're trying to get with somebody and he pays child support, don't try to deter that, or don't try to make the guy do other measures to try to get out of that. I mean, I've gone through some things, personal experiences, and I'm just like, if the lady comes in your life and she doesn't care enough that, yes, you already have a child or children, and this is your financial obligation to that child, and she tries to alter that, tries to get you to do some things to where you think you may not have to pay that, you need to look at that and just say, is she really the one? Because mature females, and especially women with children, they're going to understand kids cost. They really do. I thank God that I don't, and I shouldn't say this on camera, but I thank God I'm in a position and that I am financially able to, basically if child support stopped, Hogan will be okay. All females are not in that position, and I'm just saying, I don't care what my financial situation is. If this is your child and that's what you're responsible of doing, then just be responsible and do what you're supposed to do. Females, don't walk into that trying to change that. Either you can deal with it or you can't. He was totally honest with the way he pays for child support, and I didn't balk at it because I'm thinking, yeah, you got to. That's a hefty amount, and you need to pay that. Like, I will never say, no, you don't need to do that. So I just want to put that out there. Just stay in your lane. And if that ain't going to work for you, then you're not the one. He's not the one for you.
Yeah,
you deal with somebody who doesn't have kids.
Fellas,
and then,
if she don't want you paying child support, bro, you need to throw up the deuces. It's not going to work. But I know some cats that do that. You know, they lady before they kids, and and I'm like, wow, that's pretty trifling. It's pretty trifling.
No, they said leave him, her alone. They don't want you to take care of your children. Trifling, period. And it is.
But they use people out there. That's that's how they roll. So I don't know how we got on that, but
being confident, I think.
Yeah. I was just talking about being confident. Anybody else got anything to add to that? Because I think that's so important. Like I say, you in marriages, just relationships, just be confident in where you are and have a goal, or if you do want to, better yourself, and you're striving for something more. Just let them know that up front, and if they, don't want to fool with you because you don't have this or you don't have that, then so be it. But be confident in who you are. And I say that especially to females, because I hear that a lot. Well, I don't have this, and my weight ain't right. I had them kids, and now I'm big, and I don't want to get naked in front of him, and I don't know. I'm just saying, man, it's stuff that come out, man. Yeah, it's all kind of stuff. Folks out there dealing with stuff. I'm just saying. I'm being real.
Y'all got any questions or comments?
I'm being real. I'm being for real.
Oh.
Y'all watching the game? Y'all still out
They
there?
are.
We need to go and wrap this up.
9:42, and we can, so they can go and see the end. And he's gone. What's the score?
Dang. Okay, y'all.
Yeah, he's ready to go, so he
No. Okay, I heard Georgia just scored a touchdown. I saw that. So, okay. Do y'all got anything else tonight? I hated to start the first one off like this. I think it was still good. We was able to talk about what we dealt with the soup situation.
And I'm glad our arguments aren't long-lived. I will say that is a blessing.
Well, we're working on you so you can...
Working on me, huh?
We're working on you so you can be the reconciler.
Did y'all catch that?
I'm working on me too, but I've said this before. I don't have a problem with being the reconciler and saying, hey, let's talk about this. Let's work it out. You're a little bit more reluctant to do that, and that's okay. I'm willing to work and press through that. That's just, that's who you are. I knew that from day one. Just not a big peacemaker.
Oh, it's time to go.
I'm just saying.
Thank you all. It's been a pleasure tonight.
I'm having soup for lunch tomorrow, and please do. It was good.
In honor of Louis.
Why you gotta be
with an exaggerating spouse?
Why,
I don't feel alone either. Thank you.
I don't like that adjective. Why I gotta be an exaggerating spouse?
Because you are. Pick your battles and fight fair. We learned that at Weekend to Remember. What's Weekend to Remember? Anthony. Weekend to Remember. Okay, for those of you who just joined, I'm sorry, but we're about to wrap this up. You'll have to catch the video in a few minutes. It was quite interesting, but
y'all be good. We'll be back next
see
Monday,
it.
but I'm about to go watch the game, so I'm just being honest.
bye.
Bye, y'all.